So my girlfriend's brother wants to get Team Fortress 2. He doesn't really need to get it. It's free to play. But I put the quotations because obviously it's not free. It's just given the impression of being free. Video game industry has evolved a lot since I was young. When I was young, basically they would just push a video game out on the market like in a week, and it would suck. It would be full of glitches, it would be pretty much unplayable, but they didn't care. Once they got their money, that was it. That's all they cared about. That's why the original Battletoads, you could not finish the game on multiplayer, period. You either needed cheat codes or you had to play it single player. Many games were like that, where the glitches were just so bad that you could never finish the game. You had to finish the game later in life on a ROM, or if you had some kind of Game Genie. And nowadays, they screw you over in a more articulated way. It's like they plan this ahead of time. Team Fortress 2 capitalizes upon microtransactions. They learned that people love to collect useless shit. So what they did was they made it free to play, but you have to pay for the individual items, because you can only carry like 50 items, and you are not going to be able to possess all the weapons and play the game at its maximum using only the free-to-play engine. So you have to purchase more inventory, and then you have to turn around and probably buy the items, because you're not going to come across all the weapons. It's just, you know, probability is against you. And then if you want to have a cool hat or whatever, you have to purchase that too. Which I don't mind in and of itself. It is people's own stupidity to purchase a stupid top hat and monocle or whatever to make your character look quirky. But, the way it's set up, you cannot actually play the game unless you flesh out lots of money. Because guess what? If you were to charge just, even $60 for the game, and it would come with everything automatically, that's a flat $60. But they know they can make more than that by purchasing little random items here and there, and then that leads up to more money in the long term for them. And, the capitalists will say, well, that's just profit. That's good. They're being creative. They're not being creative. This has been going on for decades. Diablo 2 started it, and it was the black market that did it. There was black markets dedicated to selling them items, and then corporations got a hold of it and realized, hey, this works well. So they learned from criminals. They learned from con artists. And it's okay when they do it, but then when the criminals do it, oh, that's bad, that's evil, that's the thing, that's how it works. They pre-package it and then sell it to you like it's legitimate, but it isn't. The black market is just a reflection of the real market. And, I cannot believe what people put up with. I'm not suggesting that, you not play video games. Play the fucking video game, but pirate the son of a bitch. Pirate it, yell at Valve, try to sue them, do whatever you can. But I'm not suggesting for 1 minute you stop playing the game. That's the capitalist answer. That if, you either deal with it or you go without. That's your only choices in life. Enslavement or starvation. Starvation from everything. From your needs, from your wants. I'm not suggesting that. But that apparently makes me self-entitled. I'm self-entitled because I don't think you have a right to fuck me in the ass just because you want to. You can't even say this is about making money. You could make money in more legitimate, less nefarious means, but they don't want to. Because doing it the right way would require more work, and you would get less money for it. Because you wouldn't be able to lie and cheat and murder your way into making money. So, who's the self-entitled one? But of course, that concept's going to be lost to these morons because they're moronic. And they don't, anarcho-capitalists. This all goes out to all of you. Anarcho-capitalists, libertarians, objectivists, Republicans, conservatives, anyone that supports capitalism. If capitalism is so great, why are you poor? Why are you working a working class job and having to make do with whatever you have? If capitalism is so wonderful, why are you so worried about your day-to-day existence? Why can you not afford to go and get into a car accident? Because, obviously if we lived in a free society where capitalism makes everything available for super cheap, healthcare would not be an issue. Education would not be an issue. issue. Finding a decent job would not be an issue. But constantly, these problems are impeding upon us. On top of that, we're having to compete for work. We're competing for the shit jobs. Nobody wants to work but has to in order to survive. But all of that is lost to you because you are religious, dogmatic fools. You are fucking worse than the Islamic terrorists that you bitch about constantly. You are more, ingrained into this religious fanaticism than they are. That you talk about Sharia law and about how Westboro Baptist Church is fucking crazy and shit, but you're worse than all of them because people can fucking shank you and you say it's just part of the market. You don't care that these people are hurting you. And then you have the nerve to threaten me. All these stupid right-wing thugs talking about how, if you were on my property, I'd shoot you. Or if I owned a company, I wouldn't hire you. Well, you don't own a company. You don't own dick. And you never will. Because of the very capitalist system that you support. So, think about that one. That is if you're capable of thinking. That's all I have.